how are we? Welcome back to Oven Mitts Without Any Tits. I forgot my words there. Welcome back to Oven Mitts Without Any Tits. That's what I meant to say. How have you been? How have you been doing? What have you been doing? Hope you've been cooking or golfing, one of the two. Anyway, today we are making breakfast for tomorrow. So it's something that we've made for quite a couple of years, quite a number of years now. It's basically Weetabix Muffins. Now they sound a bit, don't knock until you try them. They're quite handy, just kind of like knock up the night before, put in a box and take to work and just munch away while you're busy working or you want to go or whatever. So without further ado, let's get going. So I've already got in here 6 eggs, which I've just whisked up. I'm adding to there a sprinkling of sweetener. Now you can adjust this to taste, just however much you want. If you want it quite sweet, put a bit more, and if you don't, just add a little bit. Into this you can add 2 yoghurts. Now we use What Light. So again, you can use any of the yoghurts that you want, but we use these because they're Slimming World friendly, shall we say. And because we follow a Slimming World-esque eating plan. We're not going to call it a diet, we're going to call it a healthy eating plan. They're quite kind on the calories, so to speak. Both of these go in. You can use any flavour that you want as well, because you're going to add your own flavour to it anyway. So these ones are banana and custard. So you could mix it up with the flavours. If I used, for example, if I used cherry yoghurts, I would use an almond flavour thing. But I'm actually going to use almond into this one as well. So this is Moroccan almond oil. You can get any sort of almond oil. You can get almond, orange, lemon, vanilla, salted caramel. And depending on what yogurt you use, depends on what you might want to use this for. So I say if I use a cherry yogurt, I'll use an almond. If I use other berries, I'll either use almond or vanilla. If I use a vanilla yogurt, I'll use orange or lemon. But just play around with the flavours. And I put about 1/3 of a bottle of this in. Just give it a bit of a glug. And again, this is another one you'll find with a lot of my recipes. It's all about playing with the flavours, finding what you like and adding it in. And already I can smell the almond massively in that, which is what we want. So I'm going to take that out, and I've already crushed up 4 Weetabix. So the general rule of thumb, if you're going to make 6 of these muffins for one person, it's 1 yoghurt, 3 eggs, 2 Weetabix. So make it sound a bit better. 1 yoghurt, 2 Weetabix, 3 eggs, bit of sweetener, bit of thing. If you're going to make double like I do, it's 2 yogurts, 4 Weetabix, 6 eggs. 2 4 6. And all you do, once you've crushed the Weetabix up, you just add it into there. You might get a few bits that aren't quite crushed, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to get mixed up anyway. And then all you're going to do is just mix it up. Mix it all in. And once you've added this in, you're going to leave this for about 15 minutes. The reason why you're going to leave it is because, as you can see, it's quite liquidy. That sounds a bit weird. It's very sort of sloppy, liquidy. So what's going to happen in about 20 minutes is the Weetabix is going to absorb some of the moisture, and it'll go to like a thick lump. And it just makes it easier to put into your muffin cases or your bun cases. So we'll leave that, and we'll come back to it once it's all set. But don't let your spoon get lost in it. While this is doing, you can get your muffin trays ready. I tend to use silicone moulds. Put them all in, and then the muffins will just kind of like pop out of it when they're done. So stay there, and we'll come back when this is done. So there it is. See what I mean? It's quite sort of thick, almost like a porridgey kind of consistency now. And all what left to do is put them into the muffin trays. So because it's quite thick, it'll go in fairly easy. Just literally scoop a blob out and chuck it in. You get very little mess with this usually. The longer you leave it, the thicker it goes as well. And yeah, it might look a bit rank. I'm telling you, don't knock it until you try it. I think I'll say that with most of my recipes. So they basically come out looking like buns. So you get 6 buns for your, in Slimming World terms, for your healthy bee allowance. And healthy bee is like your Weetabix. Something else is classed as a free item, like yoghurts are free. Well, in fact the yoghurts are £0.5% each, but across all of them. But fine. Yeah, so this is your Weetabix Healthy A. Sorry, Healthy B. And it's quite nice. It's quite nice to chuck in your bag if you're on the go. You've got to travel, or even if like you're working at home, because you can kind of like graze through them as you're eating them. It seems to last forever. You're not only about like a bowl of cereals. Once it's gone, it's gone. These you'll have 1 or 2 with some coffee, and they can last you like half an hour, 1 hour. So they are quite a nice little thing too. So these go in the oven at 200 degrees centigrade for about 33 minutes. It's very specific 33 minutes, I know, but we've tested 35, 30, and it's either too much, not enough. So 33 minutes. You may need to adjust it depending on your cooker though, because if your cooker's slightly hotter than what it says, depending on the age of the cooker, you might need to just try it at 30 minutes first and then leave it a little bit longer for next time. But no, give it a go. 33 minutes, and we'll see what they come out like. Now this time I do use the timer on the oven. I very rarely use a timer on the oven, but for this I do. 33 minutes set. Let's see what they look like when they come out. And there you go. How nice do they look? So try it yourself. Try with different flavours and different yoghurts and different flavourings inside them, and see what you think. Drop us a comment, drop us a like. We'll catch you next time. Later.